one thing that also brings alienation is the cassette mentality in the CD MP3 society. Now, I don't know, many of those who are young will never understand the cassette. When you used to have the cassette and you had a pencil or a pen and you're looking for the right song and you went and then you realize you've passed it. Now you must do the other side again. You'll never know these things because it was something of a generation. The new generation, they're in the CD, MP3. They don't understand these challenges that we had before. Now, you can use the same mentality of a cassette. You can't say, I'm going to take a CD and do like that. No. Even though it has got a hole there, it's not for the pen or for the pencil. We need to adapt when you move on to the next generation. Now, in many of our homes, there are traditional roles in the modern society. Inflexibility in the new dynamic society. Many of us, we grow up with parents. You see, the traditional African home, the man will go to work. The man was a breadwinner, and the woman was a bread baker. So the man will bring the bread. I almost said he bring the bacon, but that would be wrong. As an Adventist, he brings the bread, and as he brings the bread, and the woman will be the one who then takes care of things at home. So he comes back home, he sits around the fire, the woman cooks, the woman takes care of the children, whatever, because that was a duty. But things have changed. Both men and women are going to look for bread. They are all breadwinners. In fact, so they are bringing what men used to do. He used to bring 100% of the income. The wife will do 100% of the house chores. It was fair. Now the man is bringing 50% of the income, and the wife is bringing another 50%. But somehow, we have not adapted as Africans in terms of what to do with the house chores. The man still wants to come like his grandfather did. Instead of sitting around the fire, he wants to sit in front of the television and read the newspaper or do whatever, and the wife does all the chores. The change of responsibilities requires flexibility in our roles. The fact that now my wife is coming tired, from work tired, I must also realize that I need to help her. And it's not an instruction from anywhere. It is because I love and care about her. The love and care should drive me to say, what can I do to help? And in some of our homes, particularly with this black empowerment, not black empowerment, women empowerment. With women empowerment, some of the women are bringing more bread than men. Some of us as men are only bringing the change. The real thing is coming with the women. And still, when it comes home, we don't want to share the roles. If we love each other and we care about each other, we should be able to share the roles. And I know as Africans, we are afraid of helping with the chores at home. We are afraid of washing the dishes, of mopping the floor, or washing the kids, bathing the kids. We're afraid because in African culture, if somebody arrives while I'm doing that, the people will say I have eaten something. And I've traveled throughout Africa. They never mention it by name. They just say you've eaten something. Or they just say he has eaten. And any man who seems to be involved in helping out and whatever, they say he has eaten something. Now, let me tell you this. Have you ever realized that all men who are said to have eaten something are happy? And their wives are happy. And their children are happy. It's only the third parties, the uncle, the aunts who are unhappy. That's why I have decided that I think every man must be given something. In fact, to the ladies, I think it's irresponsible if you don't give your husband something. Because he won't be happy, he'll be running around the street instead of being at home. So every man must be given something. Can I hear the men say amen? Even the men must be demanding. Why? Why have you not given me? Why? Why? Other men has been given and you have not given me. Oh, you don't love me. Oh, so you don't love me. You know? That in reality, there is no something, there is no portion that anyone can be given to be loving. Nobody can influence somebody's will. It is impossible. You can't do it. All these witch doctors and whatever, they're just eating away our money. Nobody can do that. In fact, if there was something that could be given, you think I would be doing marriage seminars? I would be selling that thing. I will just come here after the church service. Can I see all the ladies one side, all the married women? I've got the stuff, you know. I will not be doing marriage seminars. I'll be selling the thing. There is nothing. In reality, in Africa, when a man loves his wife, you see, man must never show he loves his wife in Africa because the relatives will think he's given something. I've realized even men who love their wives in front of other men, the wife, I never give her the money. I'll never. But when he gets home, he gives the whole paycheck to the wife. Because it's not acceptable to be caring. Right? You know, when my daughter was born, we were living in the US. We lived in New Jersey. And my wife used to remain at home with the kid, and I would go to work. And she would be screaming. She had a habit of screaming. She had the jeans from Ravhengan, which is screaming jeans. So she would be screaming the whole day. And by the time I come back home, my wife would be tired. And I said to my wife, now I take over the shift. Give me the baby. I'll bathe the baby. I'll take the baby, feed the baby, take the baby in a rocking chair, and, hold her until she falls asleep. Sometimes we'll fall asleep together on the rocking chair. Wake up in the morning, make sure that I feed the baby before I go to work. Did I lose my manhood? Did I become less of a man? No. I didn't become less of a man. In fact, I became a hero in my wife's eyes. And over the years, she still talks about those things. It was a serious deposit in the account of love, right? That I was there. When we were all alone in a foreign country, I was there to step in, to do it. And not only that, it created a bond with the kids. Being there, some of us don't even know how to bathe the baby. We don't know how to change a diaper. You are currently disadvantaged, right? If you don't know how to change the diaper, how to bathe the baby, how to feed the baby, shame on you. And I feel pity for our fathers who were distant from us. And you can see even the bond was a distant one, right? Because we could not create that bond because they were never there from the start. So let us not be afraid to help out. The more we help out at home, the more we share the duties, the more we're building our marriages, the more we're staying together.